Top 10 Wrestlers of the Month, May 2018. Number 10. Kevin Owens. Ever since being put back onto Monday Night Raw, things have started to look up for Kevin Owens, who's once again been featured as he deserves, rather than being wasted in lackluster feuds with general managers or other authority figures. Kevin Owens has come in and done what he does best, which is to be a sadistic heel who knows how to wind up an audience and his opponent. The month of May saw Owens qualify for the Money in the Bank on a night where he pulled double duty, another impressive feat which must be mentioned. He also had one of the best TV matches of the month against Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship, where he pushed the champion right to the limit. Number 9. Chris Jericho. Now, Chris Jericho hasn't actually had a wrestling match in May, which is why he ranks pretty low on the list, but the impact his one wrestling appearance had is why he makes the list at all, setting up an incredibly high anticipated match for New Japan's event. Jericho shocked the wrestling world when he made a surprise appearance at New Japan, returning to the company to attack Naito with a brutal assault, which started with him pretending to be a fan and ended with him busting the New Japan star open with a ring bell. Since then, Jericho has cut some brilliant promos in order to sell fans on the match and has the entire wrestling world talking about New Japan once again, highlighting just how much star power Y2J has. Number 8. Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. What a month Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan have had, finally being given a real feud to get their teeth sunk into, and they have quickly shown their talent and what they can bring to the table. They have been wrapped up in a feud with Undisputed Era alongside Pete Dunne, and some of the matches have been brilliant, especially the 6-man tag where they actually scored the winning pinfall after some brilliant double teamwork. The month of May saw Danny Burch officially sign with NXT, showing that the company are ready to invest in the hard-hitting team, who have been also named #1 contenders for the NXT tag team titles, which should set them up for a great June as well. Number 7. Cody Rhodes. Similar to Chris Jericho, the main reason that Cody Rhodes has made the list of top 10 wrestlers for the month of May is largely due to something outside of the ring, with Cody's self-funded all-in event selling out in less than 30 minutes. Rhodes and the Young Bucks have managed to put together a show that has sold 10,000 tickets in just half an hour. It is an unbelievable achievement for independent wrestling and deserves to be celebrated, hence its placement on the list, as well as that Rhodes has put in some impressive performances for Ring of Honor, and the return of being the Elite has meant that the small little storylines that only Bullet Club can think of are back and better than ever. Number 6. Keith Lee. Keith Lee is one of the absolute best wrestlers in the world and has a real buzz about him at the moment, especially since all signs seem to be pointing that he is WWE bound in the very near future, potentially as soon as NXT TakeOver Chicago. If that is true, then May's performances were really all of Lee's last at each promotion, which is likely why he pulled out all the stops to make his matches absolutely incredible. His performances during Progress Wrestling Super Strong Style 16 event really stood out, especially his bouts against Angelico and Zack Sabre Jr. And if he is WWE bound, then the WWE Universe is certainly in for a treat. Number 5. Tommaso Ciampa. The Psycho Killer hasn't actually worked any in-ring matches, at least not televised ones during May, but he has been present on NXT and has continued his epic feud with Johnny Gargano. Everything he has done on NXT in May has been brilliant, making him the most hated man in Full Sail, which is exactly what he needs to be for this feud. From assaulting Johnny Gargano physically to getting a psychological edge over his wife, Candice LeRae, Ciampa has been a standout each week. Number 4. Daniel Bryan. Since making his return to in-ring competition, Daniel Bryan has looked like he hasn't skipped a beat. From his WrestleMania 34 match all the way up until his battles with Jeff Hardy, Bryan has looked great. It is clear he kept himself in brilliant shape during his time out, which has allowed him to come back straight into the fold at the top of his game. Bryan has totally changed up his style to make sure he is slightly safer in the ring, yet the fact his moveset still look as brutal and clinical is a testament to the work he has been putting in. Bryan has also managed to make his feud with Big Cass, which did commence in April, as entertaining as possible, which is an impressive feat considering that Cass is struggling to gain heat and is very green as a singles wrestler. Number 3. Zack Sabre Jr. May has been a very good month for the technical wizard, who has continued to wow people all around the world, showcasing exactly why he's one of the very best wrestlers on the planet right now. Zack Sabre Jr. had a very good match at OTT Scrapamania in May, even though he came out on the wrong end of the result against WWE UK athlete Jordan Devlin. Sabre showed all of his technical abilities. However, the reason he ranked so highly is because it was Zack Sabre Jr. who won this year's Super Strong Style 16 tournament for Progress Wrestling. a 3-day tournament which saw some incredible action and now means he's the #1 contender for the Progress Championship. Number 2, Lars Sullivan. The monster of NXT is quickly becoming one of the biggest names in the company and is seriously impressing with every outing that he has. From his rapidly improving promo ability to his destruction in the ring, Sullivan is someone who WWE clearly see big potential in. Sullivan has managed to make a mark in May by taking out 2 of NXT's most popular superstars, picking up a handicap victory against them, and continuing his rise to the very top of NXT. Number 1, Seth Rollins. What a month the Intercontinental Champion has had, putting on several brilliant performances and doing everything in his power to make the title the most prestigious on Monday Night Raw. To be honest, the entire year has been full of great Seth Rollins matches, with Monday Night Rollins putting on some of the very best work in WWE. Rollins has brought back the Open Challenge to Raw this month, which has gone down incredibly well and makes him an even better champion. Rollins had an amazing match with Kevin Owens in May for the Intercontinental Championship and even pulled out an entertaining bout with Mojo Rawley. Amongst others, he's one of the featured stars on WWE's European tour, and he has managed to prove exactly why he is the future of WWE and deserves another run as world champion.